ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ. Welcome to another segment of Khoj Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. The recitation is from a-sabad-a-day, Bani of the fifth Guru, Guru Arjan, in the rag Asa, to be sung. This is Asa Mahalla Panjama Dopade, 2 stanzas, a composition of 2 stanzas. The recitation, Asa Mahalla Panjama Dopade, Gur Parasad Merai Vasia, jo mango so paore, naam rang eh man tripatana, baur na kathu taore. हमरा ठाकुर सबते ऊंचा रैण दिन तिस गावों रे खिन में थापियो थापण हारा तिसते तुझे डरावो रे रहो. जब देखो प्रभु अपना स्वामी ताऊ अवर चीत न पावो रे नानक दास प्रभु आप पर पहराया परम पौ मेट लिखावो रे. जब देखो प्रभु अपना स्वामी तो अवर जीत न पावो रे नानक दास प्रभु आप पहराया परम पौ मेट लिखावो re. Guruji here in this very short passage is speaking about that psychological state of mind, the highest psychological state of mind that we are capable of, which is self-actualization, and the Guru calls it Nam Rang, to be awash in the self. And the Guru begins by saying, Hamra Thakur Savte Ucha Rain Dinastis Gavore Khin mein thap uthapana hara tiste tujhe daravo re. This is the Rahau, the reflection. Hamra Thakur, my master. Thakur literally was an administrative term which meant a collector, but used here for the master, the lord of the manor, so to speak, the master. Hamra Thakur, my master, Sabte Ucha, is supreme, the highest of all. Rain Dinas tis Gavore, Rain Dinas, day and night, tis Gavore, sing in adoration, in praise to that master. Khin mein thap uthapanhara. It can create and destroy in the blink of an eye, in an instant. Tisate tujhe daravo re. Live in reverence of such a master. So living in glorification, or to glorify or to adore, implies that we are expected to develop our qualities that have been given, our capacities, our potential, breaking the limitations of our default state, the ego. So that's the message here. Living in reverence means to be aware, mindful of who we are essentially and what our task here is on earth, is to carry out the business of life with awareness, not in a robotic, mechanical way, which unfortunately is what happens to all of us. We become conditioned to group thinking, trained incapacities, as someone has called them, thought collectives, and social constructs. We need to be aware of what is conditioning us and how do we penetrate through it in order to find our own self-expression. And that happens, Guru Arjan tells us, through the grace or the insight of Guru wisdom. Gur Parasad Merai Vasia. It came to abide within me, in my mind. Jo mango so pavore. So whatever I wished for has been granted. This was my desire to know the self. Gur wisdom has granted that desire. Now my mind has found fulfillment. Naam rang eh man triptana. It has found fulfillment in the love of the self. Why else would I look? Why would I look elsewhere now? So that's the point. Gur wisdom, the need of the inner guide. And the way we connect with the inner guide is through the outer guide. For Sikhs, that is the textual embodiment of the Guru, which is the Guru Granth Sahib. You connect with it in order to connect, to bridge into the Satgur that is within, the principle within. You learn how to do that. And then you're awash in love of the self. And then that condition is expressed here, that highest psychological state. What happens? The Guru says, Jab dekho prab apna swami, to avara cheet na paore cheet. Nothing else can enter my mind because it is now permeated with that self, with that prab. The point being that once you're in that state, then your perception changes. You see the interconnectedness, the interdependency of everything. You feel it. Nanak Das Prabh Aap Pehraya. Nanak Das, the slave Nanak, received this robe of insight. Aap Pehraya. Pehraya, I was adorned, I was given, I was bestowed with this wisdom or insight, if you will, which we also call Vivek Buddhi. The power of discrimination, to be able to distinguish between what is real and unreal. That was given to me, the Guru says, Nanak Das Prabh Aap itself, Pehraya, which implies that this is not something that we can force. It occurs spontaneously, naturally, sahaj, which is something that we have to bear in mind. You cannot force this psychological state. You need to be relaxed. It's like you can't force yourself to fall asleep. You just sink into it. Similarly, through constant practice, the practice of Sikhi, the cultivation of virtue, reflection on Gurbani, you will find that you have actually sunk into that state. On that note, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.